guys, this is Richard here, from Forsyth, of course, doing Pawn Shop episode 3. I figured it's been a long enough time in between to go ahead and give you guys an update. Several guitars have come and gone by this point. There are a few I've decided to keep, and there are actually a couple that my lady actually told me I should probably keep. So after I sold the green SZ from the first episode, I definitely had some remorse, but you gotta break a few eggs to make an omelet. So anyway, let's get started. We got a lot to cover today. First and foremost, this is an Ibanez SAS32EX badass guitar. It is neck through. It has the Mick Thompson signature Seymour Duncan blackouts. If you look close, you can't see it right there. If you look close, you can see the 7 across the top of them. This has the highest output of any guitar I have ever played in my life. These pickups are super hot. It's pretty ridiculous. Whenever I bought it, it had a pretty crappy nut someone else put in there, so I went ahead and I got an Ibanez nut that I knew would fit it, and I filed it down, got it to fit, and filed the new channels in place, and now it plays pretty swell. I love this guitar. And then I put these nice pearloid looking knobs on there, the holographic knobs, just because I think they're pretty. Anyway, like I said, this guy needed a new nut. I think I paid a little bit under 300 bucks for this one, which for the rarity of this guitar is a really good deal. Whenever you're looking in the world for guitars, out in the real world, interesting. That's what happens in the studio. We have studio goblins. When you're in the real world out there looking for guitars, it pays to find guitars that have something worth fixing on them, because you can usually get them at a very discounted price, which is how I got this one right here. With that being said, the next guitar I want to show you guys, pardon my lack of guitar stands, I hang these things on the wall. This is an Ibanez SA220 FM, or something like that. It may be EX. But this was a guitar they made for Guitar Center. I think they made 150 of them for the different Guitar Centers, and it's a very awesome guitar to play. It's got EMGs in it, EMGs, and it's a bolt-on, but it's a nice smooth heel they got going, so it's a nice feeling guitar. Nothing was wrong with it other than the fact that this finish is a little worn. You can see it's not super shiny all the way across. It needs to be buffed out. So that's what I'll be doing with this one. I think I paid around $225, I think, for this one. Anyway, that one I probably will sell, even though I really like it. This was the newest one I picked up the other day. This is the Jackson PDX2 Phil Dimmel signature model. Very cool guitar. Just mean looking, right? The different points and everything. It's in pretty good shape. The only issues it has with it are it's got this little nick on the bottom right there, as V's tend to do. But it's also got this terrible crack right here in the top. I don't know if you can see it. Terrible crack. I'll take some footage of it later on so you can see it. It looks like these are not the stock tuners. These are Schallers that somebody put in, and they have a different screw placement, so when they put that new screw in, it just cracked right through because they didn't pre-drill. So if you watch any of my videos, I always say it's very important to pre-drill. Alright, so other than these 3 guitars, I had 3 more that came and went, and they sold pretty quickly. One I didn't even have time to take pictures of. I had sold an Ibanez, I think ARX. There's a teal blue quill top. Maybe I'll edit in a picture of that so you can see it. The other was the J Tercer, which surprised me. That was a badass guitar. Very flat neck, fun to play. Schecter kind of style to it. I like the inlays. I like the overall look of it. But I made 50 bucks off that one. And then there was a, honestly can't even remember. I think it was another Jackson, just a little dinky or something, but I sold it for like 80 bucks. I made off that one. Anyway, they came and all went pretty quick. So I had a lot of guitars come by. Now, a lot of the profit I made from these things I've ended up putting back into regular parts of my life, so I'm not really ahead of the game anymore. I'm going to continue the series and see where it gets me, but I'm hoping that by the beginning of next year or so I may be able to get the multi-scale I've been after so long. So what we're going to do today, since I've been having fun in the studio lately, I'm going to call this the Guitarstravaganza episode. I'm going to show you the tone of each one of these guitars. I'm going to try not to mess with the preamp and everything too much after I get it set, just so you can see the difference. This thing is hot. This thing was actually super bright. This thing has some fat strings on it, but it has an overall round tone. These two are in drop C. This one is up in standard E, so I just use this to play the solo over. Alright, we're about ready to start recording. I just need some bass. Oh, hey, Daryl.
It's me. I'm here. Let's play.
Alright, so the SA220, this guitar back here, I actually bought from Guitar Center's used website, the used section of their website. You can go there and search. You can find some usually way better than eBay deals, but you got to snatch them up fast because somebody else will come in and get them. The white guitar, see right there, the SAS32EX, I got that from eBay, and the guy actually shipped it pretty quick, and it was in a pretty awesome box, so I can't complain. Sorry about the lighting, I'm kind of walking around. And then the Phil demo model for Jackson down there, I just saw that in a pawn shop. I got it for like 130 bucks even. He let me have it because I pointed out the crack in it and all that. So I'm gonna do a separate video on how to fix that headstock, but I may end up keeping that guitar, so we'll see. But yeah, just go out there and look for deals, and you can find them. Don't be like me and just collect too many, because I've got like 11 or 12 or more. Anyway, keep making music and keep shopping, and you'll eventually be able to trade stuff out and get the gear you want. Most of this gear in here is from trades or selling things or what have you. Just kind of making my way up from being a super poor musician, which I still kind of am, to where I am now. Even this camera right here, it's a $300 camera. Daryl and I, my buddy Daryl, who's in this video, we found it at a pawn shop for like $65. So you just gotta know what you're looking for. Stay smart, you'll make it.